Welcome back, guys. Today is Friday's trade recap, October 31st, 2025. We had minimal news, but we were able to take two plays, one of which was maybe like a B plus A setup, and another which was A plus. Both of which were relatively break even, like just above break even, so we got a little bit of profit. And I also took a very small play in Asia somewhere, but I don't know where I took it, but I made like not that much, 150 from that maybe, and I made maybe 150 from both of these combined. So we did end the day up like $300, but technically these are both just break-even trades. So let's get right into it. Coming into the morning, I was pretty bearish. I noticed higher time frame. We had created an SMT up here with this high right here, as well as we were staying in this 1 hour right here. There's a 1 hour fair value gap right here, a SIBI. We were respecting that on both pairs. So we had a liquidity sweep plus SMT, and we were respecting a bearish PD array. On top of that, we were developing a lot of low resistance liquidity here. We still had London Asia session lows here, which are super nice targets to have. And other than that, really just like looking at overall higher time frame structure, it just seemed very bearish with what I said already. And also like look at this rejection wick here, huge rejection wick off of this, and then we started to disrespect bullish PD arrays, and it looked pretty heavy. So coming into market open, I just scaled down. I wanted maybe like a retracement to this 5 minute here and then go down, because I was looking for shorts originally, but it ended up being that all of this was just swept pretty fast. I mean, this was market open right here. All of this was swept relatively fast. There was no entry here whatsoever, and we ended up taking out all my sell side objectives. The end of the low resistance liquidity as well as Asia lows. But in here we had a 1 hour fair value gap, BISI, and at the consequent encroachment was, I think, almost exactly the 0.5 of the range. Look at that. So that is really high confidence for longs, because at this point I was like, okay, well, there's no more short objectives, so maybe we just rebalance to this range here or take out this buy side, right? So this buy side then became my target, and this is really nice liquidity, and super nice targets like this can all get ran super easily. So I was looking for longs for sure. But I did take, before this long, I did take a 30-second short here. I'm not going to switch time frames because it's going to move my entire fucking thing. But there was a 30-second gap right here. It was one of like the first gaps presented. And I was still super bearish, and we left equal lows at this sell side here. So I was like, there's no reason not to take this. I mean, it's super easy, like little break even play right here. So I went break even. I went break even like on this candle here, this one, but then I got stopped break even right here, and then it ran. So I mean, it was a winning play. It was just, I should have probably had more confidence in the target, and maybe not gone like completely break even, but I didn't want to risk anything because that's just how I am. And also, you know, if we were to reject off of sweeping these lows right here, I wouldn't want to get stuck waiting for, you know, it's just like one low. So that was my thinking behind it. But I did profit from this. I think I took off, if I remember correctly, I think I took off one contract here. I took this on too many, so I got maybe like, I don't know, $100 from that, maybe $80 or so. But then the other one was stopped at complete break even. And then what I wanted to see here was like us create a low, kind of rebalance a little bit, and then sweep that low again with momentum, and then have something shoot up. So what I was looking for was exactly this. We had a low, and then we rebalanced a little bit. We swept the low with momentum, but there was no gap here. There was nothing giving me any proof that this was the leg that we wanted to continue higher with. And in the meantime, we were creating this this liquidity right here. So I just keep waiting. We do it again, and we touch the 0.5 of both the consequent encroachment of the 1 hour here and the 0.5 of the 4 hour range, if you remember. I showed you. And and we swept this swing low as well, and we were inside the macro, and we had a good target, and we had momentum back upwards, and there was just nothing. There was no 1 minute here. So of course I was like, bro. So I scaled down 30-second. I'll just do it for the sake of this. 30-second. Took it here. This 30-second. I did hesitate, or I hesitated, but that wasn't why I entered late. I entered late because I wanted there to be a 1 minute, but there wasn't. So I kind of took too long to scale down to the 30-second, but it is what it is. Technically, I could have had this play right here, but I don't know. It's just not how it ended up. If I did do it this way, I probably would have scaled one here and left a runner, but it is what it is. I'm not too upset about it anyway. But yeah, we just came up, swept this buy side here, internal little swing high, and then kind of consolidated again, break even trade. And then what ended up happening was we consolidated a little bit more, generated some more buy side, kind of like this. And then what we did was we swept this little buy side here, right? Shot all the way down, swept this low and this low, which were low of day at that point, and then tapped even lower into discount. We weren't in macro anymore, but we were even lower into discount, and we respected the consequent encroachment of the 1 hour still. And we had this beautiful 1 minute fair value gap that I was looking for the whole time. And of course, after this trade got stopped break even, I closed the charts and I wasn't on the charts anymore. But this play was definitely best play of the day. I probably would have taken it to only here because that would have been around 1500 for the day. But you could have definitely left a runner. I probably would have tried to find like an unmitigated gap. Yeah. This 5 minute here, or this 5 minute here even ended up working out. So you could have left a runner to either of those, or consequent encroachment of this 15 minute, which would be around there. So this play was really beautiful. I'm ashamed, or it's a shame that I wasn't on the charts to take it, but this would have been the play right here, and it would have been break even here / scale 1, and then leave a runner probably up to here, or even up to all the way here. But there's no need for me to leave a runner that long. It's Friday and I'm on a combine, so it wouldn't even matter because of consistency rule. But yeah, this play was super clean. It's unfortunate that I hopped off just before it. This is literally the play I was waiting for. I wanted it here, or I wanted it here first, didn't get it. I wanted it here second, kind of got it, and then I hopped off, and then we actually got the move. So But it is what it is. Plays like that will happen all the time, and we will catch them next time. But yeah, it looks like the rest of the day was still pretty bearish. Probably rebalancing this wick, heading towards these lows, and also the new week opening gap finally. Looks like we're starting to target that. So yeah, I'm excited for next week. Definitely going to be probably pretty bearish. I don't see really any reason for us to be bullish anymore. So yeah, I'm hoping that we don't go to all-time highs anymore, because that shit's just annoying. But anywho, yeah, that was my Friday. So anyways, I hope you guys enjoyed this one. I think that's all I have to say. I don't know what kind of news we have next week, but let's see. PMI on Monday. Okay, we actually have good news next week, so that's pretty nice. Oh, it's all tentative though. Still tentative? Alright, well, we'll see what kind of news we end up having next week. And yeah. Alright, guys. Thank you for watching. That was it. And I hope you had a good week. Have a good weekend. And I'll see you on Monday, probably. Alright, peace.